Oh my gosh, that is so good. I just made a DIY at-home caramel macchiato and it's amazing. Hey guys, me Alexa here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these super adorable Polaroid fridge magnets. I originally got this idea from the Sorry Girls, so I will link their video down in the description box. But for now,
let's get into it.
To start off, I brought all of the pictures that I wanted to make Polaroids into this app called Afterlight, and I edited them so that they had a grain, dusty effects, and light leaks on them. This picture that you're seeing here actually already had some because it was a Fuji picture, but then once I edited them, I just put them all into this Polaroid frame and I saved them as JPEGs. I then took all of these JPEGs and imported them into an InDesign file, and I laid it out with 4 rows of 6 different little rectangles, and they were 1.5 inches tall by 1.25 inches wide. So I was able to fit all 24 little Polaroids onto one sheet of paper. And then once I did all of that, it looks like this. I exported this as a PDF, printed it out, and then cut my 4 rows out and glued them onto this piece of poster board. That would give it some more thickness rather than it just being a sheet of paper. It was a lot easier to just glue them on in strips because I was going to be cutting them out later, so there's really no point in cutting them once just to glue them on and cut them again. So I just laid all of these on there, glued them on, made sure they were real nice and pasted. Once I glued them all onto the poster board, I cut that into 4 different strips, so it was then easier to go in and cut out the individual frames. This was a little bit tedious, and I don't know if you can tell, but that left hand is really pressing down very hard. Everything was kind of sliding around, so it was a little bit difficult with the ruler on top of the poster board on top of the other poster board. So I ended up grabbing a cutting mat that I have, and this helped things a little bit, but it was still kind of tricky. It's honestly just a pretty tedious process to begin with, so there wasn't much you could do to make it a whole lot easier. As you can see here though, I'm just going through, I'm first cutting out the outside pieces to get that out of the way so I wouldn't have to individually do it, and then I went in and did individually cut off all of the little pieces. And then your little Polaroid is done. At least the first part is. I think they're super cute, and I was really not expecting them to be that small, but it was adorable and they look amazing, so worth it. After you cut out your 24 Polaroids, we are able to frame them. I had 2 different methods of doing the little fake lamination, but I thought that the one on the left ended up looking a lot better because it was fully wrapped, so I'm going to show you how to do that one. I came up with a few different methods to do these, so I'm going to be showing you the easiest one that took the least amount of time. You're just going to take your Polaroid, stick it face down on your packing tape, then cut your tape off. Then you're kind of gonna almost think about wrapping a present, and you're gonna be cutting little flaps. So you're basically just cutting off those like corner pieces that aren't really necessary. The shorter sides get the longer strips because they're going to fold up and over and encase the whole back of the frame, and then the side ones are just gonna be a little shorter because they just need to cover up the side of the foam board. But just go around and cut your little strips out. I kind of curved them a little bit so that I wouldn't have to deal with overlapping. And then you just fold them over and make sure that they're down pretty tightly. Try to get the air bubbles out, but since it's on the back, it really does not matter that much. I folded the 2 longer pieces in first, and then I folded up the 2 little side pieces, and they were just long enough to cover the foaming on the side, which was nice. And there you have it. Step 2 is done now. An easier way to do this to speed up the process is to actually take 4 of your little Polaroids and go ahead and lay them out on the piece of tape so that it just saves you time later. It's more of a, I don't even know what the word is, construction line? I don't think that's the word. Conveyor belt? You know what I'm talking about. Like, when everybody... Is that what it is? Conveyor belt? I don't know. Either way, it's easier. Lastly, and this is the last step, we are just gluing on the magnets. I cut out these little tiny pieces. It really doesn't matter because you don't need anything super strong, but I just grabbed my E6000, love this stuff, and glued it onto the back of all of my pieces. It was easier just to, like I said, mass produce and lay out a few of them at a time and then glue the backs on right then and there instead of having to pick one up individually, lay it down, you know, all that jazz. After this, you just kind of want to go back through and make sure that each piece is pretty much pushed down. But then, there you go, your pieces are done. I think they came out really cute. I made a lot so that my friends could have some, but I honestly kind of want to keep them all. Alright guys, that's all for my Polaroids today. Thanks, and if you like this video, like this video, comment down below if you like me doing these types of DIYs. I have a lot more in this little noggin up here. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I hope you have an awesome day. Bye!